I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. Naptown. I be that more you gon' remember. Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number. For real, family, this what we doing. This is what we doing. I think we should share this to everybody, family. I think we should share this to all the haters. I think we should share this. Can y'all hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me. I think we should share this to all the haters. I think we should share this to everybody. You follow what I'm saying? I think we need to share this to all the haters, family. See, press 1 if you can hear me. Let me make sure if you can hear me first, because we're going to get this started with a bang real quick. We ain't going to play with you tonight. And my young Pharaoh voice, I ain't going to play with you tonight. Nah, I ain't gonna play with you tonight. Salute to young Pharaoh, man. I disagree with Pharaoh's scholarship. I disagree with everything that he was trying to teach, but I do not disagree with him losing such a big platform, and I support young Pharaoh in building his platform back up if that's what he's going to do. Man, family, how y'all doing today? This is crazy. This has been a crazy start of the year already. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get right into it, family. This is the reason why, when we look at all of the Grandmaster J videos, all of the Grandmaster J grandstanding, all of the marching, and nothing never changed. Nothing never changes. We sit up there and watch video after video after video of our people being slaughtered. Now, mind you, one would probably say, well, Tahaka Bay, what are you doing? Listen, I'm not the one who's out there walking around with semi-automatic weapons acting like I am posing a threat or some sort of opposition in that way. But you are. You choose to walk around holding weapons. You choose to walk around dressed in black as if that's a threat. You choose to do that. But now that you choose to do that, what you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? Anybody that talks slick about Tahaka Bay, I'm blogging right now. I'm blogging. This is my problem, man. This is my problem with these frauds. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's my son. Did anybody see the video where my son told that New York Post that they're not standing for it no more? Then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You saying we not standing for it no more. We not going for it no more. What you gonna do? You make our leaders look bad. What you gonna do? All that rap? Ain't nobody with that, man. This is the reason why I do what I do. So you won't get caught up in the web of these frauds. These people don't want no trouble for real. They sit there and choke our people, shoot our people, stomp our people, tase our people, mace our people. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. And again, you might say, well, what you gonna do, Tahaka Bay? Listen, I am not the one parading, making threats. I am not the one masquerading as if I am going to have a physical altercation or a shootout revolution. That is not what I'm saying. I'm telling you that it's political. I'm telling you that we need to unite and we need to attack the political system. All that other stuff, we have been doing it since the 60s. But when have we concentrated on attacking the political system? When have we done that? And I'm not talking about vote for this one, vote for that one. No, I'm talking about in every city, I'm talking about in every city. Take 3,000 people and pick one person out of that 3,000 and have that 3,000 vote for that one person. for whatever position that's available in the city. Game over. Because now you make the rules and you don't accept the rules. You take 5,000 people and take one out of that 5,000. They don't need to go to college for this. They don't need to go to college to understand politics. The Europeans don't understand politics. All they do is take the check. Those that look at us, look like us, don't understand politics. All they do is take the check. But your politics will be for your people. Your politics say, we need this or we ain't got nothing happen. You can still do that other stuff. You can still march if you want to. You can still write petitions. You can still write the judge. You can do all that. But when are we going to collectively organize to make a concentrated effort to say, in this city, we're going to do this first? See, all that other stuff is a joke. All that marching with guns, man, you ain't beating nobody with them punk guns. That's why I'm telling you that they frauds. Standing in front, police, standing in front. You can't even beat the local police. More or less take on a military. They frauds. All them groups, frauds. Call it what you want. The reason why they frauds, because they don't have a plan of action. The only reason they frauds, because they don't have a plan of action. And the only reason that the other ones are frauds, because we proved them to be frauds. Because we proved them to be frauds. But those who we haven't proved to be frauds, they don't have a plan of action. Where is the FOI? Where's all these Moorish brothers? Where are these Christians? Where are these God-fearing people? Where are these bloggers? Is they organizing? Where they at? Where they at? Where Wesley Muhammad at? Trying to defend the fact that they didn't kill Malcolm X. Man, who cares? They killing George Floyd tomorrow night. Who cares? Who cares? Worrying about who killed Malcolm X. But they gonna kill Aunt Sally next week. Running around doing on a campaign who killed Malcolm X. The Nation of Islam didn't kill Malcolm X. So what? So what? That stuff is corny to me, man. That stuff is corny to me, man. And all of these bloggers, you look at Amen Raw Squad, all that, they trying to prove that it's okay to take the vaccine. They ain't organizing nothing. Now back to this GrandMaster J. He done organized all these marches. He done got all these people to come to one location just to raise him up. Y'all see the late article? Y'all see the late article? They got the dark image. Oh, the biggest black militia. The dark image. As if he posed a threat to the oppressive structure. Come on, man. We need to stop playing, man. We need to stop playing. We need to stop giving people a pass. NOI shouldn't get no pass. The Moorish Science Temple of America shouldn't get no pass. The Christian church should not get no pass. When you seen them spray the mace in that brother's face, nobody should get a pass. Nobody should get a pass. NOI, if you're listening, it's count time for your legitimacy. It's countdown time for your legitimacy. Fake Moors in the Moorish Science Temple of America, whatever you call yourself, it's countdown time for your legitimacy. It's countdown time. See, one thing that I come to see, and I'm going to embrace it, is that we are in a new era of time now. We are in a new era of time now. We are in the social media era of time now. This is a new phenomenon. This is a new cultural thing going on here. See, we can unite through this lens right here. We don't need you no more to tell us no spiritual lies. We don't need you no more to tell us some religious hopes. We don't need you to tell us no more social upheavals that never gonna come. We don't need you no more. We don't need you no more to tell us 1 million people meet in Washington, D.C. and have a get-together. We don't need you no more. We don't need you from the those fake Moors talking about proclaim your nationality and they won't kill you. We don't need you no more. You dismiss. Your time up now. See, your time up now. We don't need that no more. We don't need your false hope no more. We don't need your false hope no more. We don't need y'all to clean us up no more. We don't need you to clean us up off dope. We don't need you to clean us up off weed. We don't need you to clean us up off pills. We don't need you to clean us up no more. Because once you clean us up, all you do is use us for your benefit. Once you clean us up, you just use us for your benefit. We don't need that no more. We don't need that no more. I mean, go and keep your bean pie. Go and keep your fairs. Go and keep your fairs more. Go and keep your bean pie. We good. We good. Fake Moors, go and keep your fairs. The fake Moors, go and keep your fairs. We don't need your fairs. We don't need your nationality, fake Moors. Because you don't know nothing about nationality anyway. We don't need that. Go and keep your little ID and nationality card. We don't need that no more. I'm talking to you fake Moors. I'm talking to you fake Moors. I ain't talking to you legitimate, those who follow the prophet. We don't need that no more. I mean, we don't need that no more. We don't need your money. We don't need your money videos, Ben X. We good. We don't need it. We don't need it. When you get the money, what you gonna do with it? We don't need your money hopes no more. We don't need your money hopes no more. We don't need that. Because once you get the money, you ain't gonna fund for no defense. Once you get the money, you ain't funding for no plan to come up out of this. Once you get the money, you're going to move off into the distance and act like you don't even see the tragedies that's happening to our people. We good. We good. We don't need your debates, RZA. We good, RZA. We good. We don't need your intellectual debates, RZA. We good, brother. We love you still, but we good. We good. Well, I mean, we impressed. Okay, we really impressed, but we don't need it no more. We good. It's time for us to organize and execute something for real now. We don't need your intellectual stuff no more. It's all right. It sound good. It sound real good. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed that you come from Compton and you got an expanded vocabulary. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed that you come from Texas and you done learned everything about trying to get money off the internet. It's very impressive. But guess what? Our people are being slaughtered. Our people being slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? And we need to do something about it, family. Let me real quick, family, man. This is blowing me away. I'm going to tell you what really blew me away, family. What really blew me away was when let me see if I can pull it up, family. I'm going to try to pull it up real quick. What really blew me away is when I think I seen, let me see if I can, I'm going to try to pull it up real quick. See if I can pull it up. Is when I seen, I think I got it right here. Give me 1 second. When I seen this video, family, and this video that I seen, it kind of just blew me away, family. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The video kind of blew me away due to the fact that I think I got it. It should be right here. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Cause I mean, it was just crazy for me to watch this video of the brother getting tased. Give me 1 second. I mean, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. It was crazy to me. It really was. Let me see. Albums. Try to pull it up real quick. But it was crazy to me to see this brother being tased. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. You know what I'm saying? I got to show this, family. And I know y'all seen it, but I don't think you've seen it like I'm about to show it. Give me 1 second. Man, how y'all feeling tonight? Hope y'all feeling pretty good. So I got the photos right there. Let me see. I got the photos. Let me see in my phone real quick. So I hope y'all feeling really good, family, but I really want to show this to y'all. So bear with me 1 second. Unbelievable, family, that we still in this predicament. You know what I'm saying? What's right there? Today, yeah, we still in this predicament as if, you know, hold on 1 second. Albums. Yeah, we still in this predicament. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But we're gonna get through it today. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I was doing a lot, right? Watching these videos. And in these videos, I'm like, man, this is crazy. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, I know where I'm gonna do it at. I do it right here. Let me pull it up right here. Give me 1 second. I want y'all to see this, family. It was a video put out by the folks. And y'all got to see this. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pull it out 1 second. I think it's right here. Okay, here we go. So I'm about to screen share this, family. It's just insane that we give credence to all of these fake stuff. I mean, all this fake stuff, man. Why are we supporting this stuff? I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I don't know why we supporting this stuff, man. I don't support it. I'm done. I'm over it. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna get it right here. Watch this. Here we go.
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on? Get out of the car now. What's going on?
Watch this, family.
Get out of the car.
But the part that I want you to see, look at this. But Maclo, watch this. Did you see this? Did you see this video right here, Maclo? His camera view. His camera view is more disturbing than anybody's. Watch his camera view, family. I think everybody need to feel this. This is very disturbing, family.
Get out of the car now.
Look how disturbing this is. But hold up, family.
Sir, get out of the car now. Sir, hey, sir, get out of the car now. Sir, look, trying to talk. Get out.
Watch this, family.
Get out. Just get out.
Unbelievable.
Get out. Please relax. Get out of the car right now. Now. This is not how you treat a bad dog. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're gonna treat me. I didn't do anything. Whoa, hold on. What's going on? Hold on.
No sound?
Air Force.
Hold up.
Get
out of the car. Get out of the car now.
Can y'all hear me?
That's up. That's
Get out of the car now. Sir, just get out of the car.
I'm trying to breathe.
Hold up, stop for 1 second.
That's up. That's really up.
Get out of the car and get on the ground now. You're gonna get it again.
I don't even want to reach for my seatbelt. Can you
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Can you please
Get out of the car now.
look?
Get out of the car now. Take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car.
Y'all can hear this?
Look, my hands are out.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Unbelievable.
My hands are out. Please. Please, look. This is really messed up. My dog is in the back. My dog is choking right now.
Get out of the car.
Unbelievable.
Seatbelt off. What are you, a specialist corporal? What are you?
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. You made this way more difficult.
Somebody say stage. Whether staged or not, they have the audacity.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Whoever said this stage is crazy. It's too early to say it's staged.
Get on the ground now. Get on the ground and get sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Please talk to me about what's
Get on the
going
ground.
on.
Get on the ground now.
That's a body camera. Let me get this troll out of here.
Yes, sir. Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
Let me block this troll. That's some European troll.
Why?
You're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Why am I being treated like this? This is really messed up.
Come on, man.
This is up.
Come on, man.
This is up.
I agree.
Come on, man. That's raw emotion right there.
Why did you do that?
Why do you do what you ask, slave?
You were not. My partner put his blue lights on.
Yes.
You didn't stop.
I was pulling over to a longer area for my safety and yours. I have respect for law enforcement.
No, you don't.
Unbelievable, family.
Wrong answer, sir.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But anyway, family, the point is this. The point is this, family. While we have our brothers dressing up in black, with semi-automatic weapons, and we have things like this going on. Nobody is going to that police department with your semi-automatic weapons. What you got these weapons for? I'm curious. I'm just curious. What are these guns for? I'm curious. Can anybody tell me in the chat, what in the world do they need 1 million guns for? Remember, they're going to have the 1 million guns march. I'm just curious. What are they for? When you marched up Stone Mountain with these guns, what were they for? I'm just curious. Krystal Muhammad, Ozone, what are these guns for? To kill your own people? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Help me out. Help me out, Ozone. Help me out, Delta. What you got them for? I'm curious. I need to know. 1 million gun? Y'all remember Ozone came on the show? That they're going to have a reunion? They're going to have another party in Atlanta with all the militias. Black Gun Militia. Black Nation Militia. Y'all remember that? See, this is why the European don't take us serious. They know this stuff is a clown buffoon act. They know this stuff is a clown buffoon act. Let me tell you something. When a person got to show you that they armed, they really mean they scared. I'm gonna tell you. It's like you get to beefing with somebody and they say, I'll cut you. I'll cut you. You know they really scared. I will cut you. Now, if you're going to cut something, you go cut it. You got to tell nobody you don't cut nothing. And that's supposed to intimidate somebody? And that's supposed to intimidate somebody? That's why I don't take these jokers serious, man. I don't take these jokers serious. I know they will turn the gun on themselves. Somebody that look like them, I already know that. I'm fully aware. I know who killed Malcolm. Or at least I know what the evidence say. The evidence say is that they had the same complexion as me. I'm fully aware. I know what the evidence say who killed my Prophet Noble Drew Ali. The evidence look just like me. My same complexion. I know, without a doubt or contradiction, I know who put Marcus Garvey on that ship. I'm fully aware of it. I'm fully aware of it. How you get a man that organized in such a way that have never been organized since, 1,000,000 strong in the organization, Marcus Garvey, the brother that they don't want you to know about, 1,000,000 strong, and he get deported with no resistance from his people. No resistance whatsoever. They sit up there and cried. They sit up there and cried as he was being deported. And now we look at people like Krystal Muhammad, who's a total fraud. Ali Muhammad, who's a total fraud. GrandMaster J, a total fraud. And you say to me, well, Ta'aka, why you doing that? Why you talking about Krystal Muhammad? What about the white man killing us? I'm about to show you right now the quote unquote white man killing you. And what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't even gonna organize politically. Nobody telling you pick up no gun. You won't even organize politically or economically to fight against this oppression. The gun is the last part of the fight. The gun is the last part of the fight, people. The gun is never the first part of the fight. Y'all don't remember? Let's do the science, family. Let's do the science, family. Let's do the science. When we were growing up, right? Many of us got into fights. Y'all ever remember when we was growing up and you might take an L? I ain't take too many L's. I think Lil Mike, he cracked me real good one time. But nevertheless, you take an L. And then, only then, you go and pick up something to even the score. Press one if y'all remember that. If you took that L, you're like, man. Only then, y'all remember that? That is the science. The weapon always came last. First of all, you try to bluff. You try to bluff game. What's up? What's up? Yo, stop playing with me. Yo, stop playing with me. Yo, I'm saying, yo, for real? For real. So now let's elevate it a little bit. The policies that exist allow police to do what they do. You follow me? The policies that exist allow the police to do what they do. Their training says it's okay for them to spray somebody. The only reason that they get let go or resign is because of public opinion. But according to their training, they're not in the wrong. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all understand that? Hey, family, I want to ask you a question. Please be interactive with me tonight. Do y'all understand that their training, according to their training, they're right and exact to do what they're doing? Press 1 if you understand that. If you press 2, I'm going to explain a little further. Their training gives them the authority to do exactly what they're doing. Do y'all understand that? Let's not be idiots in this. You follow me? Now, once you understand that their training give them the ability to do that, what do we attack? The officer, the racist officer? Or do we attack the system that hired the racist officer and that implements the training? You attack the system that even give this racist officer a job, family. You organize thousands and you attack the system. And Fraud says separation is the best and the only solution. You attack the system first. Because the system is the thing that facilitates the murder. You always attack the system first. Listen, in order to destroy us as a people, they make the man, even in today's world. Okay, let's take it back, family. I'm going to talk to you tonight. Listen, listen to me, family. Please listen to me. In order to make us a subservient people, the first thing that they did is attack the system of the family structure. I want you to understand this. The first thing that the oppressor attacked was the system. And when I say oppressor, this is not a racist thing. I'm talking about to perpetuate this docile mentality. The first thing they attacked was the system of the family structure. They broke down the man. What they say? Take away the man. That's a system. The family structure is a system. It's a microcosmic kingdom. Man, woman, and child is a microcosmic nation. They attack the system of the nationhood first. Family, y'all gonna listen to me tonight. So they take the man. They emasculating. Now, back then, they didn't make him gay. They didn't make him gay. What they did was, y'all listening? What they did was they cut his testicles off if he bucked too hard and made him less than man. Today, they put him in a dress, cut the testicles off, and make him less than a man. They attack the system of the family structure. So when I'm trying to tell you, the family structure is our system. Law, politics is our system. They just using it against us, and they made an adaptation of our system. So now we need to attack the system. And as my brother Fraud 1930 say, yeah, we do need to separate, but some of our people will still be subjected to the system. The system has never been attacked. And when I say attack the system, I'm saying the political system that allows this to take place. Intelligently. I'm not talking about walking around with some signs, we will overcome in 2021. I'm not talking about walking around with some signs, no justice, no peace. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that at all. What we supposed to be doing is we supposed to have 20,000, 5,000, or even 2,000 in one city and have one voice coming from one mouth. that represents the 20,000, the 5,000, the 10,000. And then we don't got to have fake statements like justice or else. Justice or else what? Brother Farrakhan made the statement. I got much respect for Farrakhan, but this is not a Farrakhan era no more. I got much respect for NOI, but this is not a NOI era no more. It's just not. You can't make a statement, justice or else, and don't be held to it. And then come back Monday morning and say, oh, it's just a metaphor. Oh, it's just a metaphor. Ain't that what GrandMaster Jay said? We'll burn this city down. And then say, oh, you know, I was talking about the economic system. Come on, family. Come on, family. It's time for us to do better. I mean, and C.K. Hall said you can't reason with the European. You don't have to reason with the European. You don't have to. All you got to do is have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 strong. That's all you got to do. Let me tell you something. This is the way politics work, family. This is the way politics work. What nobody wants you to know. What nobody wants you to know. The way politics works, politics is local. Politics is not national. Politics is local. They never want you to know that. That's why they put so much money into advertising national politics, national news network. Politics is local. You see, Cousin Betsy can get on city council with 2,000 people put her there. Cousin Betsy. And if you got Cousin Betsy in one district, if it's 12 districts, and you got the command of the people in each district, you can have a cousin from every district on a council. They make the law. They dish out the finance. They got the real bag. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. See, they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that. See, once you go into each district and you can organize 2,000 people in each district, Aunt Betsy be in District 1, Uncle Lou be in District 2, Uncle Billy be in District 5. See, listen, at the end of the day, family, y'all have already tried this whole gorilla pimp moving on this European with this fake bark. All those guns in Louisiana still haven't stopped them Europeans. Still haven't stopped them from spraying this officer with pepper spray. Still haven't stopped that European from shooting that boy. It ain't stopping. But let me tell you something. Imagine this. Imagine this. Well, you know, over there in Baltimore, those blacks over there, they have organized and took over city council. I mean, these people don't know nothing about politics, but I tell you, in every district, it's one of them in there. Even at the mayor's seat, it's one of them. We can't get a breakthrough. Once the model is built all around the country in major cities, it's a wrap. You built this city. You built this country. You did it. Why would you act like you didn't? Why would you act like you didn't? How would you think that you can beat the law if you don't make the law? How do you, in any stretch of imagination, think you can beat the law if you don't make the law? Do you know that the top judge in every city is an elected position? Did you know that? Did you know that you can get a lawyer out of law school, whether it be Morgan, whether it be Coppin, whether it be one of them schools down south. Did you know that it's an elected position? That you can grab one of your own kind and groom them and say, we putting you into the top judge seat? Did you know that? Did you know that? These are elected positions. Did you know the police chief is selected by the mayor? Did you know that? So if you can run the district and you can put the mayor in and the mayor is you select them, not elect them. You understand the difference? You select and not elect. It's a difference between select and elect. Elect is they give you a piece of paper and said, who do you elect? But behind the scenes, they had already selected. For example, they already selected Obama, but they gave you a piece of paper and say, who do you elect? And now you elect Obama, but they had already selected Obama. They had already selected. We got to know how to play the game. We got to know how to play the game, and we got to win the game. They selected who was the last president? Donald Trump. The Europeans came back and elected him. We need to know how to do it locally on a microcosmic level where we select one of us and make sure the public come behind us and elect. See, y'all need to know the game, man. All the laughing and joking should be gone. It should be done. After you see that brother in there, we need to get busy, family. I'm telling you, I'm going to put this website up, the Alliance for Political Accountability. Family, it's time for us to get with it. We need chapters in every state throughout the United States. We need everybody to learn this program. We need everybody to understand that we need to hold ourselves accountable. The Alliance for Political Accountability first start with holding yourself accountable. We ain't being accountable, family. We are being, the first thing we do when something happens, we start marching. What is our proactive plan? If we got peacetime, in other words, ain't nothing violent going on in your city as it relates to police brutality, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I ain't talking about sitting down there having some conversation. I'm talking about this is what it is, or you ready? Ready for what? This is what it is, or are you ready? We got the whole city. Somebody say, listen to this. Somebody say, I hear you, but you have to understand that the European will battle their own to stay on top. Let me tell you something, K. Hall. That's one of the most deadliest poisons that we have. Worrying about the European strategy instead of strategizing ourselves. We need to stop worrying about the European strategy. The European has over 2,000 years of history, has revealed his strategy. He has revealed his strategy. We should know his strategy, and we should know how to overcome the strategy, because many of his strategy is just an adaptation of how we ruled. We need to stop that. Stop giving this European so much credit. Stop giving him so much credit. He's not that bright. The only reason that we've fallen for the okie doke is because we're not being active. We're not even trying no real critical strategy. We're not critically thinking. We're not critically thinking. Come on, family. We need to start thinking critically. Okay. Everything ain't got to be on YouTube. Everything ain't got to be on IG. We need chapters in every state that know how to move, have some marching orders. And I ain't talking about setting up a table, giving people sandwiches. I'm talking about controlling the food pantry so we can test the food ourselves. I ain't talking about pulling up no table, giving somebody some pizza, pulling up some truck that the government gave you to poison people. I'm talking about where we have our people to test the food if we want to feed people. What good is it if you go into a community and go pass out some Papa John's pizza? Yeah, you fed them for a day, but you're going to give them some high cholesterol heart problems? Man, it's time to think big. It's time to think big now. When I seen that video, I'm like, my goodness. And let me tell you something. When you look at the European, right, that was given the orders, only thing he was on was go time according to his training and the racist blood that run through his DNA. He didn't see nothing else. That's all he seen. He could not hear. He could not hear this man pleading and expressing that, listen, I'm not a threat to you. He could not hear. And white supremacy works like that. They don't hear. So they will never hear. So when you try to act like white supremacy is going to just fade away with some marching, you tripping. You tripping. You tripping. Guns ain't going to stop white supremacy. I'm telling you. Because just like somebody said, Europeans that kill their own to save it. One thing you can't do, when you living in a predominantly Asiatic city, so-called black city like Baltimore, they can't save themselves. The only thing that saved them, I'm talking about the oppressor. I'm not talking about the Europeans that are suffering from the oppressor too. The only thing that they can do to save themselves is to keep you ignorant. That's it. That's the only thing that they can do. And we need to stop crying when one of us is exposed as being a fraud. Why y'all fighting against each other? Because that's going to be the detriment of our success. That's going to compromise our success. Grandmaster Jay will compromise our success. Yeah. Krystal Muhammad will compromise our success. Anybody support Krystal Muhammad, support Grandmaster Jay, that will compromise our success. Listen. Whenever we have a real plan of action, whenever we have a real plan of action, you will see results. You will see results. Tamika Mallory and then Until Freedom, show me the results that they had. Let me show you the results. It appears that my son tax bracket went up. Tamika Mallory got some endorsements. Tamika Mallory tax bracket went up. But show me any other successes behind that, besides that. Show me the results. As Faith Speak says, NAACP, no results, no successes. They've been around since 1912. No successes? What we doing? What we doing? No successes? Grandmaster Jay, since last year, got all those beautiful brothers and sisters to organize to come in one place. They was unorganized, but you get my point. And not one success to show from it. And right now, him and Krystal Muhammad has stood down. Did they give a statement that they stood down? No, they didn't give a statement that they stood down. But you don't see them standing up. You don't see them standing up. You definitely don't see them going nowhere ready to fight the opposition. What, family, I'm going to say again. What are the guns for? I really need to know. What are all the guns for? You follow me? This is beyond me. We should know these things by now. I mean, we should know these things by now. Let me see something real quick. 1 second, family. When we look at this here.
Breakaway is now breaks.
1 second. 1 second. Let me. We'll turn this down. Give me 1 second. Man, come on, man. This is crazy. I just want to show this real quick. Screen share. Bam. So watch this.
Called me at about 1:40 that he was getting pulled over by the police. And I said, well, why did you get pulled over? He said they pulled him over because he had air fresheners hanging from the rearview mirror.
Crazy.
I said, okay, take them down. And he said, Mom, they want to know about insurance. I said, I will, when the police officer comes back to the window, put him on the phone and I will give him the insurance information. Then I heard the police officer come to the window and say, put the phone down and get out of the car. And Dante said, why? And he said, well, explain to you when you get out of the car. So I heard the phone get either put on the dashboard or
unbelievable.
And I heard scuffling, and I heard the police officer say, Dante, don't run. And then the other officer said, put the phone down, and hung it up. And then a minute later, I called, and his girlfriend answered, which was the passenger in the car, and said that he'd been shot. And she put it on the driver's side, and my son was laying there lifeless.
Crazy.
And then I said, where are you? And she said, I don't know. And the other officer said, hang up the phone. She hung up the phone, and I called 911 to find out where they were.
Unbelievable.
Then I get here, and there's a car accident, and my son's laying on the ground.
Woo!
And he was only 20 years old.
Come on now.
He shot and killed with this. I want all of this. I just want my baby home. That's all I want. I want him to be home. I don't want everybody out here chanting and screaming and yelling. I just want him home.
So family, the point that I wanted to show that for, you know what I'm saying, is that these people, they don't have no picks. They don't have no picks. And you mean tell me that we're not organizing effectively? We're not organizing effectively. There's many other opportunities to address this. But have we ever effectively addressed the system that allows this to happen? Have we ever? Any time in history, have we ever addressed the politics that allow this to happen? And I'm not talking about addressing it and the marching and screaming and yelling. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about organizing, sitting down like conscious, wise, intelligent people and rolling out the plan. We have never done this in history. The only thing that we have done was march. This is why Grandmaster Jay knew that he could become popular by marching with guns, because he just took it to another level. He just added guns to it as a prop. But you know the funny thing about Grandmaster Jay? For his fake running for presidency, he know how politics work. Remember what he said? People don't listen. Remember what he said? We follow all laws. We don't break any laws. That's a dead giveaway right there. That's a dead giveaway right there. Because for freedom and you wielding weapons, nobody think about no laws if it came down to it. And that might have been propaganda. I get it. But Grandmaster Jay was speaking the wrong language. He's speaking the wrong language. Speaking the wrong language. If he has run for president, the top office in the land, then he know how local politics work. He know that on a city council level that the election is today, you got power tomorrow. He knows that. You elected in today, you got power tomorrow. The problem is we don't understand the selection process. Fam, do you understand what I'm saying about the selection process? The selection process works like this. If you are in East Baltimore, and for instance, I'm in West Baltimore. If I'm able to organize 2,500 people, you feel me? 2,500 people in a district in West Baltimore. Out of that 2,500, we will select who should represent us. We put that selection on the on the ballot, and then we force the election. That's what they do. That's what they do. But when they put out their selection for you to elect, they act like, wow, I'm surprised. And we fall for the okie doke every time. Family, I'm telling you, this is how it works. This is how it works. We fall for it every single time. Why do we keep falling for the same thing with no results? What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us? I know we don't trust each other. But it's time for us to trust a plan. It's time for us to trust a plan. We don't have to trust an individual. We have to trust a plan. And if the plan says that in chapters in every state, they're independent of themselves, do you know that every state is independent of themselves but come together collectively to make things happen on a big level? But every state in the United States is independent of itself. Do you know that mimics our tribal confederacy? That mimics the Moorish Empire? That mimics our ancestors? That every state is independent of itself. Every state got its own leadership. Every state got its own government. Every state got its own rules. But as a collective, they the fists. This is our style. This is our style of ruling. They adopted it. I'm telling you, they adopted it. And they mastered it. And they had the ability to make you forget that you was the ruler at one time. So now, guess what? We got to start from the bottom. We got to organize. And it got to be something that's going to be perpetual. In other words, when you gone, the spirit of it keeps it alive and influence or inspire the next generation to carry it on. This is it. We are to the point now where it's imperative that we take a breather, that we step aside, and that we organize. That's where we at now. We not at that space where we just jump up and start running and marching no more. Because we know that's not effective. Again, I know we got a problem with trusting each other. But what do the plan look like? Do you trust the plan? Do you trust the plan? That's what's important. If we don't do it now, fakes like GrandMaster Jay is going to appear and give you the illusion that something is being done. Krystal Muhammad is going to give you the illusion. And all these other groups are going to give you the illusion like something is being done. But I'm going to tell you something. Everybody in the United States is not with that weird gun talk, family. So even I believe that you should be armed. Make no mistake about it. It's your right if you if you're able to be legally armed. But what I'm telling you is that everybody in the United States that has met the oppression, they not really with all that drama. They will support. They're not with all that. All that screaming, the white man, the devil, the white man, the cracker. There's a segment of our community, they're not interested in that. They're interested in results. So Malik Zulu Shabazz and all of these revolutionaries screaming the white man, the devil, the white man, the cracker, the pig, that ain't nobody interested in no more. That is ineffective. That's ineffective. That's totally ineffective. It has gotten you, me, and us nowhere. The pigs ran down on me, and then the pigs ran down on me, and the pigs did this to such and such, and then the pig, that's sensationalism. I care about that no more. That's totally sensationalism. The goddamn devil, the way, and I love me some Dr. Khalid Muhammad. But that's sensationalism. It ain't getting us nowhere. Why do we keep following sensationalism? It's not going to get us nowhere. It's just not going to get us nowhere. An effective plan offline will get you everywhere you need to go. But you got to know the plan. You got to know the divine plan of the ages. That's what you need to know. The divine plan of the ages. It can't fail. It's divine. But how do we get to express this divine plan of the ages to every state throughout the United States so we can move on it? That is going to be the task. That's going to be the task. How do we do it? How do we do it? Somebody said, Brother Sly said, expose the beast. The beast have exposed himself for over 2,000 years. What more do we need to know? What more do we need to know about the Europeans? Somebody tell me. What more do we need to know? And I'm not talking about the regular everyday European because they suffering too. But I'm talking about the European that choose to oppress the lesser and the weak. What more do we need to know? Somebody tell me. Please put it in the chat. What more we need to know? There is nothing under the sun that he haven't demonstrated. I'm talking about the oppressor. I'm talking about the oppressor. I'm not talking about Billy that want to crack a Budweiser with you or smoke a L with you. I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about Sally that want twerk on Saturdays. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the European oppressor that continues to perpetuate this system. That's what I'm talking about. And I want you to tell me, show me what he haven't shown us. Give me something new. Anybody got something? Anybody got something? I don't see nothing. He can't show us nothing new. He can't show us nothing new. We should be convinced by now. We should be convinced enough. We should be convinced enough to be ready to take action. We should be convinced enough to be ready to take action. But again, how do we spread this divine plan? How do we spread this divine plan and able to implement it? within a few years. We ain't talking about 10 years. I said a few years. We're talking about by next election season. Next election season. Midterm election. How do we do it? That's the task that we should be thinking about. For the Morris World TV supporters, that's what we should be taking. That's what we should be thinking about. We should be thinking about is where do we start? When do we start? Brother Tahaka Bay, I want to hear about this plan, brother. Brother Tahaka Bay, let's get with it. Let's set up these boards. Let's set up these boards so we can get these plans operating. And when I say setting up a board, anybody that is in we created an investment group, right? We created an investment group from Morris World TV. Remember I was doing the investment group? Anybody remember? We did an investment group, right? We are now ready to move forward on something great. This was in January, I think. It is now, we're in April. We're ready to move on something great. But let me tell you, the only thing I did was organize it. I brought people together. I brought people together by the way of Morris World TV. I looked at the talent that we have, and they did the rest. I stepped back because let me tell you something. I don't have no ego where I got to say me, me, me. I stepped back, and it's looking real good. It's looking really, really good. And we'll report to y'all once we conclude everything that we have put forward. But the point that I'm making is, all I want to do is get us organized. That's all I want to do. People saying, we need to get on code. We need to get on code. No, we need to get organized. Organization is the code. Organization is the code. You understand what I'm saying? Getting on code is just saying, I'm signing up. I want to be active. Tell me what you need me to do. That's code. We didn't come up with no special language. This is the organization. This is the organization. This is how we moving. What you got to bring to the table, we need that. Let's go. Somebody say children need to be taught technical and scientific subjects. Yep, that can come. But the first thing we got to do is seize the opportunity. The first thing we have to do is seize the opportunity. Again, I told you everything is politics. Where the funding for the schools come from? Who makes the decision who get the funds? Local politics is everything. Who makes the decision? Who makes the decision? Do you know that the head of the Board of Education in every city that I know is appointed by the county executive or the mayor? Anybody know that? Anybody know that? Now, you got 12 people on the city council, right? Hypothetically speaking. You have the mayor that's basically supported by the council, the city council. This mayor appoints who these people want. You understand what I'm saying? Man, you can have a sister that's homeschooling the babies. You can have a sister homeschooling the babies. Who said you need a degree? Who said that? Who said that? No, we need people who have the ability to learn real fast and be able to distribute the wealth or the information evenly and to the parts that really need it. We need to stop playing. We need to stop playing. We play too much. You know what I'm saying? We play too much. You know what I mean? YouTube is one thing. Social media is one thing. But I'm telling you, we can fly below the radar and by midterm elections, we can have 5 cities under lock. We can have 5 cities locked down. Locked down. But it's up to you. Do you want to be entertained? Do you want to cry when we see George Floyd? What you want to do? It's up to you at the end of the day. You want to go crazy when you see Breonna Taylor? It's up to you. Brother Donkey Green say manager. That's right. I like that word. Because managers is what politicians are. They only manage the people resources. Listen, family. Politics, don't be scared of politics. This is why I never was a great big fan of NOI, because Elijah Muhammad said that they have no interest in politics, basically. You know what I'm saying? That they don't believe in voting. They don't believe in doing none of that. To each his own. We got into this condition by politics, and I can prove it. When the people wanted to enslave the Moors of North Africa, the first approval was by the Pope. That was a political move. Anybody know that? Anybody know that? Let me see. A minute. I'm going to do a quick search real quick. I ain't even prepared. I'm freestyling tonight because I was supposed to do another show. Okay. Here we go. All right, here we go, family. Y'all ready? Let's go. Let me give you a lesson real quick. Let me give you a lesson. Let me give you a quick lesson, family. Stick with me. I ain't going to preach you. I'm a teacher. All right. All right. The Atlantic slave trade, right? And I just randomly pulled this up. It is ironic that what started as a religious crusade ended up as enslavement of a continent. The cruel and human Atlantic slave trade was a combination of religious, political, and social developments in Western Europe and North Africa. The literature on this subject is vast and has been extensively analyzed by both from European and African perspective. Here we look at through the prism of Muslim history, examining how the slave trade was influenced by events in North Africa. This is why we say we Moors descended of North Africa, northwest and southwestern shores of Africa. The Moorish Americans ain't crazy, and how it influenced Muslim societies in West Africa. Now, I want to find where in the 15th century, the Crusades was very much alive in Western Mediterranean. The elimination of Muslim presence in Spain, they're talking about Moors, was a prime objective of the Crusades. I'm going to say it again. The elimination of the Muslim presence in Spain was the prime objective of the Crusades. The Moors, because all of them wasn't Muslims, the Muslim maintained a toehold in Granada and on the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula. Gradually, as political and social disintegration enveloped the Maghreb, the Iberian Christian powers expanded their horizon, and the first stage important coastal towns in Morocco. This is why we call ourselves Moors, Moorish American, because they enslaved Moors. But I'm telling you, it was political. Isabel and Ferdinand got politically united to expel the Moors, but the Pope rubber stamped it to enslave the Moors. To enslave the Moors. It was political. I'm trying to tell you. So if something starts a certain way, guess how we got to deal with it? We have to deal with it in a certain way. We have to deal with it in a certain way, family. And we have to understand the process. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a quick fix. Let me pull the Pope up real quick. I was trying to pull the Pope up. Pope Nicholas. Here we go. It's not a quick fix, family. Y'all be looking for them quick fixes. Pope Nicholas, right here. With the Portugal's expansion into Western Africa in the 15th century. See if I can blow it up for you a little bit. There you go. There you go. Pope Nicholas. There you go, right there. That's the decree right there. With the Portuguese expansion into Western Africa, Moors in the 15th century, Iberian merchants began to recognize the economic potential of a large-scale slave trafficking enterprise. One of the first to record this settlement, according to the Portuguese Royal Chronicler, Gomez Ians de Zora, don't worry about it, I'm going to butcher that up a little bit, was a young ship captain named Atom Goncalves, who sailed into West Africa in 1441, hoping to acquire sealskins and oil. After obtaining his cargo, Goncalves called a meeting of 21 sailors who accompanied him and unveiled his plan to increase their profits. According to Zohara, Goncalves, if I might be saying it wrong, told his crew, "We have already got our cargo, but how fair a thing would it be if we, who have come to this land for cargo of such petty merchandise, were to meet with good fortune and bring the first captives before the presence of our prince." That night, Goncalves led a raid party into Cape Blanc, a narrow peninsula between Western Sahara and Mauritania. Hence, that's where the term Moor comes from. Mauritania, all right? And kidnapped 2 Berbers. Berbers is the name of Moors of the Berberi people. You like to wear Berberi, but yeah, those were Moors. 1 man and 1 woman. Another Portuguese marina, Nano Tristeo, and members of his crew soon joined Goncalves. Along this raid resulted in less than a dozen. Let me get down to the main point that I'm getting to. That this here we go. This is the part that I need you to listen to. Once Portuguese mariners began to return to Iberia with the captives acquired in West Africa and West Central Africa, notably the treatment of the Black Gentiles was addressed in 1452 and 1455 when Pope Nicholas V issued a series of papal bulls that granted Portugal the right to enslave sub-Saharan Africans. These were Moors. The papal bull is political. You understand what I'm saying? It's political. It's always been political and economics. Political and economics go hand in hand. Politics and money go hand in hand. He who controls the politics controls the money. He who control the politics control the money. You understand what I'm saying? The money is yours. You pay taxes. This is your land. Everything in the land is yours. All the resources in the land is yours. The European is not indigenous to anything. You are. So everything that's in the land is yours. But you're not managing it. nor do you know how to reclaim that was what was lost. It takes organization. It don't take talking about this is my land. Oh, we Moors, this is my land. Oh, I'm an Indian, this is my land. Oh, I'm a native to America, this is my land. Stop throwing on a bunch of funky bird feathers and talking crazy in 2021. Who cares? Who cares? And to my brother Chief Eagle Eye, I'm not saying everybody's Moors. I said what I said. The slave trade started in West Africa by enslaving Moors, and it was political. Learn how to pay attention. Learn how to compartmentalize your information. I never said we was all Moors. I'm not no dogmatic Moorish American. Don't put that title on me. Don't put that on me. I just gave you a bit of history. Don't put that title on me. The point that I'm making is that it was a political move. When you study Isabel, when you study Isabel and Ferdinand, they came together. And then when you study the Papal Bill, they made it law. My whole point is it's political. So anybody tell you don't involve yourself in politics, either they misguided, misled, or just don't know what they talking about. An uneducated voter is just as bad as one who don't even be active. To be effective, Kennedy and the Irish and the Catholics had to come together. Kennedy's father was a bootlegger. But he made all of his sons in charge of the bag. Of course, Kennedy fell victim. But he made all of his sons in control of the bag. We got our young brothers getting a little bit of rap money. And in a hotel. Y'all ain't see young boy in a hotel. Got the money on their head, brother polite. Talking dumb. When we got Europeans that hijacked our political system, remixed it, made it their own, and made you subjected to it. And you ain't doing nothing about it. This is your political system. And you ain't doing nothing about it. That's the sad thing about it. It's not going nowhere. Family, listen to me real quick, family. Listen to me real quick. This political system is what you are subjected to. I hope you understand that. The political system is what you're subjected to. The prisons are erected by politics. The laws are created by politics or politicians. The money is dispensed by politicians. The commerce is dispensed by politicians. The laws, the rules, the statutes, all of that comes from politics. Maxie said we must separate. Oh, we can be in the world, but not of the world. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Y'all ain't scared to challenge each other in basketball, are you? Y'all ain't scared to play a game of basketball, a game of tennis, a game of racquetball, a game of ping pong. Look at it as a game and you're trying to win. What's your strategy? Somebody saying who controlled the politics. That's the point. We know who controlled the politics, but it could be you. if you knew, if you knew, if you knew, politics are easy to control. How do you think right out of slavery, before Jim Crow, that there was more of us in political office in the South than Europeans? The only problem is that generation didn't have that killer instinct that this generation have. So they bullied them out. They bullied them out. You and I know that if a European came to your house right now and said, you better not show up to work tomorrow at City Hall, you'd be like, man, you don't get out my yard, man, before I lay you down. See, that generation didn't do that. You see what I'm saying? So they bullied them out. This generation will not be bullied out. So you can't say, well, what happened? Well, what happened? They bullied them out. They was one generation out of slavery. So they bullied them out. But you and I know we ain't going for that. You know we ain't going for that. It's just crazy, family. It's just, I just believe that, it's just time for us to stop playing, family, and make sure that we understand that this will never change. This stuff like I'm about to show in a second, this is never going to change. Give me 1 second real quick. Until we figure out how we going to execute something effective. You know what I mean? Look at this right here. 42, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, family. We ain't tired of this yet. Here we go. I think this in 2020. Well, I don't know what this is, but look at this. Mike Brown, 2014. John Farrell. And whenever you see these cops indicted or pending, all of them got let off. Akai Curley, Darren Hunt, Tamir Rice, Michael Stewart. This stuff been going on far too long. Eric Garner, Ernest Sadar, Craig Thompson. And look at Ayanna Jones. Who remember Ayanna Jones in Detroit? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. See if I can pull up something on Ayanna Jones real quick. Who remember Ayanna Jones in Detroit? Let me see. There we go. Who remember Ayanna Jones? Killed her while she was in the house. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. The case against Weekly has been officially dismissed. Wayne County Circuit Court Judge Cynthia Gray Hathaway dismissed the charges of careless discharge and causing injury or death. And Friday morning, Detroit Press reports. The Wayne County Prosecutor Office. Anybody remember that case? And we still yelling, no justice, no peace. That's where we at. That's where we at. That's where we at. That's where we at. That's what we talking about. Come on, fam. This is what we talking about. And nobody talking about do no vigilante stuff. That vigilante stuff is only going to be self-gratification for a moment. It ain't going to be long-standing. So that ain't even the way to go. That's why I'm telling you, Grandmaster Jay and all them jokers are frauds. Because they faking like they on some vigilante stuff. But that vigilante stuff, that stuff only lasts the night. They be back at the same stuff. You need to be in the power seat. You need to be the power broker. You need to be the power broker. Family, I appreciate y'all and y'all support. Man, but I'm telling you, you need to be the power broker. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. Follow me. I wonder, is my brother Akhenaten in here? I know he got to get ready to do a show. So I wanted to do a presentation today, but this just blew me away when I seen this video. You know, when I seen this video, man, it kind of messed me up when I seen this video. And not the video because I seen it on other pages, but when I seen him when I seen him basically asking, saying he couldn't breathe, you know what I mean? That's what kind of blew me away. Hold on 1 second. See if I could. I want to show this one more time. You know what I mean? That's what kind of blew me away. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I'm trying to
I'm gonna talk it out. Just get out of my car.
Can you please relax? Can
Get
you
out.
please relax?
I want to show y'all this one more time, family. I mean, because this is insane that, you know, hold on. This is insane, family. Look, I want y'all to feel this energy, family. Just feel this energy.
Get out of the car right now. Now.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country.
Let's feel this energy, family.
I didn't do anything. Whoa, hold on. What's going on? Hold on.
Look, I want y'all to feel this energy real quick. Look at him.
Get out of the car.
Look at this.
Get out of the car now.
That's up. That's
Get out of the car now.
Sir, just get out the car.
I'm trying to breathe. He
Get out
can't.
of the car now.
That's up. That's really up.
Get out of the car and get on the ground now. You're gonna get it again.
I don't even want to reach for my seatbelt. Can you?
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Unbelievable, family.
Can you please get out of the car now? Listen,
Unbelievable. This is unacceptable.
Take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
This is unacceptable.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car.
This is unacceptable.
Look, my hands are out.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
My hands are out.
Don't reach in there, Daniel. Don't reach in there.
My hands are out. Please.
He can't even see, and they still telling him take off his seatbelt.
This is really messed up. My dog is in the back. My dog is choking right
Get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off.
He can't even see his seatbelt.
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. You made this way more difficult than it had to be. You just comply.
Unbelievable.
Get out of the car.
I'm reaching for my seatbelt.
Fine. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Unbelievable, family.
Straight on the ground.
And you telling me we not planning?
Please talk to me about
We not organizing?
Get on the ground and get sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Please talk to me.
Our response?
Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Can you please talk to me about what's
Our
going on?
response is a march?
Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
Come on, man.
Why am I being treated?
Come on, man.
Not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Our response is a march?
This is really messed up.
Come on, man.
This is messed up.
I agree. All you have to do is listen. Why did you do the ass, sir?
Come on.
Why did you do the ass?
Come on, man.
No, you weren't.
Our response to this is a march?
My partner put his blue lights on.
Yes.
You didn't stop.
I was pulling over to a well-lit area for my safety and yours.
Come on, man. Our response is a march, family. Our response is walking up Stone Mountain. Our response, I mean, salute to those who was inspired to do that. But come on, man. Look at Chief Eagle. I don't even understand what we talking about. He talking about what you gonna do, vote. No, what I'm gonna do is block you because you don't even understand what we talking about. You don't even understand the process of attacking something from all different angles. What you gonna do? Wear some Indian feathers talking about you indigenous? That's what you gonna do? This is sickening that he would say, what you gonna do? Vote? We sure ain't gonna wear no Indian feathers talking about this our land and we indigenous and we haven't inquired nothing. But more brutality for our people because we haven't responded. Man, that burnt me up today. I had to change the show, Brother Akhenaten. Man, because I seen the video, right? But I had the privilege to be able to see his camera because they were showing the police body video. But I had the privilege to be able to see his camera. And you could see, thank you for all of your super chats, family. But I'm telling you, this is disheartening that we don't have an effective response in this hour. If this would have happened to European Jews or Italians or any other nationality, man, you know the police station would be surrounded or shut down. Every supervisor, every person that was involved in the training. The floor is yours, Grand Sheik. Oh my goodness.
Man, I feel you, Grand Sheik. Feel you. Right with you. Right on point. Hey, first, as always, as Moorish American Muslims, we rise to raise our thoughts, give praise to the Almighty, Eternal, and Incomprehensible, the one that's known by many names, known by many natures. And we give honors to the angel of Allah, the Holy and Divine Prophet, Noble Jew Ali. Give honors to his forerunner, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. They always like to give him his Moorish attributes. Honors to all of the ancestors, all of the youth, and on the Moorish World platform. I've been looking and observing the comments, Grand Sheik, and had some good feedback, but this is so necessary. I mean, I feel you right here in the heart. When I saw that, I was like dealing with the brother that was in military, and it should let everyone know. I don't care how much they talk about, you know, a disrespect for the flag if you kneel, right? And it's a disrespect to our soldiers that are giving their life. Well, you see the real disrespect. And it's because of what you said, Grand Sheik. It's about the system, period. The system that Dr. Francis Cress Welsing talked about, you know, and who talked about the system of white supremacy and racism. That's their ideology that keeps us oppressed. And it oppresses even those with pale skin who perpetrate that, you know, ideology, who are so immersed in that ideology, they can't even in many cases help themselves because they're playing a part of the same system. They're being trained in that system. And until we change it, and it's up to us. I hear a lot of people, Grand Sheik, you were right on point, giving us that brief, cursory history of us as Moors and then us that was in this country. You know, one of the things that was said, and, you know, people don't realize the key thing that you said, Grand Sheik, was about organization. Organization is key, and we know that we don't have it. That's one of the things that Baba Stokely Carmichael, aka Kwame Ture, emphasized over and over and over again about organization. And I think he got so fed up that he left out of here and went to Africa. Because we wouldn't listen. We wouldn't do what we needed to do to organize. And that's what we're calling for here. That's what we're calling for here for those that want to take the initiative. Let's go back to some of the things you talked about, Grand Sheik. You know, that was a key point that you said. We were bullied. You know, most people don't realize that the chess game was invented by Moors. But you know who's playing chess and mastering that game that we created? It ain't us. And that's an analogy of what is happening right now with this system that we call a Republican form of government. It was usurped. It was stolen. It's one of our stolen legacies. And we reject, just like we would reject chess, our game. That's our game. And until we understand that, they will always run the game. That was a beautiful analogy. We don't want to compete. We compete in basketball and everything else, but we don't want to compete in a system that our ancestors created. They didn't create no Republican form of government. They were still under a monarchy system. And they learned it when they came over here from the indigenous, including Moors, right here in America, 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 America. Our land right here. And so a good point, Grand Sheik, I don't know if you saw, you know, one of the things that we do as a part of the platform that you created, the Alliance for Political Accountability, TAPA, the Alliance for Political Accountability. One of the things I personally do, and you know, we do this looking at particularly areas that we are already concentrating on. So as you said, we did a fundraising event, and glad for those that have supported us. And we're taking things to another level now that is necessary. And based on what you've done already to expose the frauds, right? And now people know that that's not the answer. Then there's something that we always do. We look at certain areas. So look at the political power. See, this is why they work so hard to take away opportunities for us to vote. They work hard. And if people looked at what was happening in Georgia, where I'm in Atlanta right now, and how the assault is heavy here in Georgia to keep our people in particular, to keep from us having the opportunity to vote. So that's to let you know, if all these years we had people like Fannie Lou Hamer, which was the precursor to the Black Revolutionary Black political party, the precursor to that, because it was when the Black Panther Party was political. Where's the political activity of the Black Panther Party? It wasn't guns, family. See, that was hijacked too, of the original ideal of the Black Panther Party. Because they were organizing and getting people into office. But we have been frightened again. Because as you said, Grand Chief, back in right after the Reconstruction area, there were strategic moves. After we got in, we had mayors, we had sheriffs, we had state representatives, we had governors. And the strategic moves were, we were bullied, like you said. Strategic things that happened even when the soldiers, and y'all look this up in history, during the time that the president should have called for they called in the troops, right? The federal government was supposed to be there to protect and to serve as protection against those of the Ku Klux Klan and all those other parties like that. But they pulled the troops out. They started to and pulled most of us, the military people, into the Panama Canal War. That left us defenseless. That was one thing, that strategy. But let me take it to where we are right now, right? To show you where our power is, because a lot of people, I hear them talking about separate, right? But if you don't separate, separation is really in the mind. Because if you carry the same ideology and the same defeatist attitude with you, then you're going to create the same situation that we have right today, powerlessness, and will be taken over by anyone. So it's an ideal of really separating from the ideal, the system of white supremacy, because anytime you think you don't have power, you know, your vote is to represent the will of the people. But if you're not organized as the people, as what we're talking about here for establishing an alliance for political accountability, then you would have the same issues, you won't express your will, the will of the people, because now you're just individuals. And that's what's happening today. We don't have what the Prophet Noble Jew Ali started as the divine plan of the ages, to have a block vote where we already, as the Grand Sheik was saying, we already selected who we wanted to be in office. Our Prophet Noble Jew Ali did that back in the time when everybody's saying we couldn't vote. 1925 up to 29, he was organizing, and we ended up putting our people in political office, and he was highly respected. That's why they don't want you to know about Moors. That's why they don't want you to know about the Prophet Noble Jew Ali and the movement that he created, because that was something that was effective, but it was usurped. As the Grand Sheik said, we acknowledge, and I heard someone criticize you, Grand Sheik, about why you talking bad about NOI. No, accountability starts where the Grand Sheik said, ourselves. He didn't leave the Moorish Science Temple out of the picture either. We know what we have to do. So we are bold enough, courageous enough to challenge our own as a people that call themselves Moorish American Muslims.
And brother,
that's what starts first with ourselves.
And brother Akhenaten, I just wanted to share this with the people that, you know, that before the Reconstruction, this was us.
That's right.
This was us. Now, if we believe that politics don't mean nothing, why would there be a Reconstruction? Why would they bully them out of those positions? If politics don't mean nothing, you can stay there.
That's right.
You can stay there because politics don't mean nothing. Why did they fight so hard to intimidate, to bully, and to murder them out of them positions? Why?
Come on, that's right.
If it don't mean nothing, ain't no need to do nothing. Just leave them there. They don't got no power for real.
That's right.
That's the biggest trick in the world. That's the biggest trick in the world, to convince you that there is no power in politics. No, there is no power in stupid politics.
Right.
There is no power in stupid politics.
That's right.
And stupid politics is when they select someone for you, you go and elect them. That's stupid politics. They've been selecting people for you for the last 300 years. That's
right.
Stupid politics. They select Jesse Jackson for you. He didn't win, but he still was a community leader. They selected a lot of these religious leaders for you. They selected them for you. They selected these politicians for you. Whether European or Asiatic, they selected them for you. But you have yet to select your own. See, these people here, they came straight off the plantation and they selected themselves with the support of the people. People raised them up. This is why them Europeans wanted their head. This is why them Europeans did everything in their power to put Jim Crow into place. And not until the Prophet Noble Drew Ali came did he throw that system to the side or act like it never even exists, because it didn't exist. It's only an illusion. And he was the first to put someone in Congress since the Reconstruction. Since the Reconstruction. If politics don't mean nothing, why did they bully them all out the positions in the South?
And let's make that plain, Grand Sheik. The bullying was lynching. Going into the sheriff that we had as a sheriff, going into the governor's office, going into the mayor's office, and taking them out and just lynching them right then and there. If it didn't matter, they wouldn't have bothered them, right?
Brother, they got some stories where they was running into the state capitol and dragging the elected officials out that look like us.
That's right.
And either killing them or saying you better not come back. The voting.
One of the recent ones that we talked about, Grand Sheik, amongst the Moorish Science Temple of America, amongst us, and in the organization that you are the national representative of, that I got to make that distinction. We talked about Wilmington 1898 is a good one to look at what has happened only because that there was some that still carry that story and that legacy of what actually happened, what you just described right there, of them going into the state capitol, looking worse than what you saw in Washington this few months ago. Worse than that, going in, taking them out, shooting them, killing them, lynching them, and we think there is not no power in that?
Yeah.
No.
That don't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. That stuff that they did in D.C. was a fake little circus show. What they did before the Reconstruction to our people that was in political power, that was the real deal.
For real, for real.
They was really killing people. They was really surrounding the polls so you couldn't get there and vote your brother or your sister in.
That's right.
And they was really shotgunned down so you couldn't get up in there not that you couldn't get up in there to vote your people in. I'm going to say it again. So you couldn't get up in there to vote your people in.
That's right.
They didn't even want you to get near the poll.
Right.
Why you think voting? Why you think they had to in the 60s to try to lay some legislation down to ensure that voters had rights? Why? Because they don't want you there. Because you might select your own leader. Your own leader. You might select your own leader. And once you select your own leader, it's a wrap. Because this system, as Brother Akhenaten laid it out, this Republican form of government is our system rebranded and sold back to us and given to us as if we don't have no part in it.
Mm-hmm.
This system is up for grabs. I'm going to tell you now, but it starts locally. It's up for grabs. They want to fool you to believe that it's not up for grabs. It's out for the taking. You just got to know how to take it. You got to know how to take it. And everything ain't for social media. Everything ain't for YouTube. You got to know how to take it. Let me tell you something. Chinese people took Chinatown. Nobody gave that to them. Nobody gave them Chinatown in New York. Go into Chinatown in New York. You'll be lucky if you can read 99.9% of the signs. You might can read 75% because the other 25 is in something Mandarin or something that you don't understand. And nobody gave it to them. When you go into a Chinese restaurant, whether it's be a curry out or nothing, you might see the Great Wall of China and you might see some Chinese letters with some accompanied with English letters. But when you go in Chinatown, they know how to spend your money. They know how to take your money and they know how to explain what they selling. Other than that, they don't understand nothing you saying and ain't nobody gave them nothing. The Mexicans are doing the same exact thing. You go in some of these little areas, these little Mexican areas right now, they done changed the whole language on the billboards, on the signs. And they don't care if you don't like it. They don't care if you don't like it. And nobody gave them nothing. Y'all was laughing at the Mexicans when they was cutting grass. Y'all was laughing at the Mexicans then when they was huddled up in one house with 1,000 people up in there. Y'all was laughing at the Mexican with their raggedy cars. Now they got F-150s, F-250, trailers on the back, telling other people what to do. Now they building houses in your community, taking over your community. You know what I'm saying? And y'all think somebody gave them something. Oh, they came over here. See, you can't use that same lie you did with the Indians from Eastern Asia, where you say, oh, when they come over here, they get a grant. Da, 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 da. Okay, you got that one. You can have that one. Let me tell you what. Whatever they got, they took over Dunkin' Donuts around the country.
Real talk. Everywhere
you go in Dunkin' Donuts, there's an Indian face of India. Is that in Atlanta too?
Yes, sir. That's right.
It's in Baltimore. It's in Chicago. Every
That's
city I went to, Indians then took over Dunkin' Donuts. Back in the day, you know who was in Dunkin' Donuts? It was the chubby European that sit all night and ate the donuts, and she smelled like funky bologna. That been sitting on the counter all night. That's who was in Dunkin' Donuts late night.
Right.
Talking to her cousin that she probably kissed in the mouth. That's the policeman. That was a joke. But anyway, what I'm telling you, what I'm trying to tell you, family, while we waiting on somebody to give us something, you got other group of people that came over here and just took theirs.
That's right.
They took it. And you can't use that excuse that somebody gave the Mexicans anything, because most of them came over here with a jug of water, illegal, over through the desert.
And now look at them, Grand Chief. They so organized, right? I don't know how it is in Baltimore, but right in Atlanta, you see them in politics.
And
Not just in it.
Absolutely, here too. But let me say this, brother. And so when these brothers talk about separating, you don't think the Mexicans have separated here?
Come on. That's right.
Oh, don't worry, they separated.
That's right.
And guess what? The Chinese people separated too.
That's right.
But they invite you in to get your money.
That's
the
right.
Italian people, Little Italy, they separated. Y'all talking about we need separation. No, we need practical solutions and stop being so emotional.
Right.
We need, we need practical solutions. Y'all be playing games, man. I'm gonna try to get us right, family. And me, it's not my plan. Like I said, it's the divine plan of ages. I believe that it comes from the Creator. Matter of fact, I got faith and confidence that it comes from the Creator. But it takes everybody to work it. So we're gonna be rolling it out, and I'm gonna ask whoever wants to sign up. And if you don't, it don't bother me. But one thing that bothers me is that when we see these situations happening, we always crying. And let me say this before I let Brother Akhenaten close us out. I know you got a show tonight, don't you, brother?
Yes, sir.
Let me say this before I let him close us out. One thing that the European oppressor banks on is that when we at Fred Hampton age, the sisters will be twerking, the sister will be promiscuous, and the sister will follow stupid brothers and become addicted to drugs or addicted to sex. That way you cannot lead a group of people towards liberation. The oppressive European banks on that when you are Fred Hampton age, 21, that you get lost into this fake illusion money hustle game. Whether it be the dope game, whether it be the rap game, whether it be basketball or whatever the case may be, just chasing the money. And then they banking on one last thing, that when you get 40 or over, that you be tired, wore out, and now you just want to lay back and relax.
Yep.
That's what they banking on. They banking on confusing the young that has the energy so they can fight the oppression, distract them, and they hoping that when you get 40 or over, you just so tired of the fight that you just lay down and let them continue to carry on.
Yep.
That ain't what we gonna do. It's on you, Brother Akhenaten.
Let's look at something current that hopefully people can begin to see some of what you're referring to, Grand Chief. As you know, again, looking at TAFA and the work we're doing, foundational work in it, the Alliance for Political Accountability, we look at different cities that we find ourselves in. You know, the Prophet Noble Jew Ali said that, do you want your own Moorish town, right? Your own Moorish police chief, your own Moorish mayor? And that question still stands today. Do you want it? See, I looked at a few things. You know, we pay attention to Atlanta, Baltimore, because, you know, our headquarters is right there. And, of course, Chicago, where the foundation of the movement that the Prophet set up for our own body politic. And what I noticed, Grand Chief, is, you know, especially because when you are in Baltimore, you made an interesting observation, and I encourage everybody to go check it out. You know what Baltimore is doing. Y'all got one of the youngest mayors up in there, right? And I'm looking at some of the things that y'all doing just in this past few days, or it might have been a week or so. Those progressive people said they pulled the police out of the schools. So that's political power. They said, no, we don't need no police in the schools. Then, as the COVID measure, they used that. They said, no, we're not going to be doing no petty drugs. With the drugs, we're not going to be arresting nobody for those crimes of drugs or anything like that. That's power. Then one more thing, Grand Chief. Maryland, where Baltimore is, right? Check out what happened a few days ago. The state said that they pulled the Bill of Rights away from the police. Want that to hang in the air there. You know what I'm saying? The Bill of Rights. And we know one of the major problems that we are dealing with today is the police union. And we can stop that impunity that you saw the Grand Chief run down of all those that were murdered, and the police officers would get off. We can do the same thing that Maryland started out. As you heard the Grand Chief say, when one state do it, we can organize with the rest of the states. Say, hey, well, Maryland doing it, right? But what does that take? But us organizing and setting the policy for police officers. And then one other thing as I go, Grand Chief, the officers, the military officers should be descending, especially the commander-in-chief, should be descending on that police department as an example. Really, all of them. But especially since that one is current, because you now cannot deny that these police officers will go rogue. And if you're a military person, you should be the one right now to be going down to that police and demanding that those police officers be not only fired, but have criminal charges against them.
And brother, I wanted to add that another thing we got to do as 40 and over, we got to encourage. I don't have any police in my family that I know of, but we need to start encouraging the young generation to become police officers. We got to stop demonizing police officers as it relates to being a job of integrity. If you raise or your family have integrity, we need them on the job to watch these racist Europeans.
That's
to
right.
watch this bootlicking Negro. And unfortunately, I gotta call it how it is.
Call it.
We need that. Stop telling people, oh, you want to be a police, you let your son be a police. Of course I would.
Yeah.
And I pray that if I get pulled over, it's my son. And I pray that if you get pulled over, it's my son. Because I know how I raised my son.
That's right.
How about that? How about
Real
that?
talk, Grand Chief. And all the people that are willing to brandish their weapons, if they really got the heart of integrity, that's what they should be, like you said.
Absolutely.
That's what they should be.
Let me get a word from Mo before we close out. Mo, we ain't done long.
The state said that they pulled the police away from the police.
Mo Black got you on rewind. Hey, Mo Black, you there? We got Mo Black in the building. I'm trying to unmute you, Mo Black. Hold up, don't touch nothing. Okay, you got to unmute yourself. Mo Black to put turban on night that thing. Oh my.
There she goes.
Can you let me Grand Chief?
Sis, I can't. Sis, don't please. Please, I'm emotional tonight, sis. Please, don't beat me up. Don't beat me up.
Don't start no shit tonight, Grand Chief. You always got some bullshit going.
No, I don't, sis. How are you today?
You always got something going on. Go sit down. Black Power, Grand Chic, Akhenaten, babe.
Hey, sis, what's happening? Did you want to add a closing remark before we go?
Yeah, I want to say something. Look here, I'm gonna say something, goddamn it. Every time you say something about it, I'm gonna straighten you right on up about that because I don't appreciate it. First, this is what I want to say. Stop talking about us revolutionaries because we feed the people. Stop doing that. You don't understand. I don't know if you live in the hood or you don't live in the hood or you ain't never had a hood experience. No, Grand Chic, please let me say this.
Why would you be thinking I'm talking to you how genuine you are? Why would you even think I'm talking to you?
Exactly.
I'm not talking.
I didn't say me specifically. I'm not saying me specifically.
Listen, anybody like you, Mo Black, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the opportunists that show up with Papa John pizza to confuse the people, to act like they love the people, to misuse the people. I'm not talking to you or anybody like you.
Okay, well, I misunderstood. I accept your apology, Grand Chic.
I'm talking about those who show up with some pan baked macaroni and cheese from the grocery store, acting like they love the people, but they only using that as fish bait to reel the people in so they can misuse and abuse the people. That's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to Tiffany. I'm not talking for those who take their hard-earned money, their time, their resources, and their community associations to gather stuff for people and help people. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking for those that are
Grand Chic, get down.
I got to talk to Akhenaten, but he got to go live on his radio show tonight.
Okay, and so I want to say this. Stop telling black people to vote for these motherfucking crackers. I don't care that you don't like people calling me again. I'm going to continue to call them crackers. Why we can't have our own system? Why we can't have some shit popping back like Black Wall Street and shit? Why we can't get that shit rocking, man?
Let me say this to you.
We don't need these motherfucking crackers governor of us, man. What you saying, Grand Chic?
No, you're wrong again. You need to hear me again. I never said that, Mo Black. You need to go back and hear the show. Yeah. I talk about the difference between selection and election. We need to select ourselves. Let me finish. The only way that Black Wall Street works is if you could control the political environment of Black Wall Street. Other than that, it doesn't work. Black Wall Street can only work if you become the police department. Black Wall Street can only work if you become the National Guard of that area, or you have the National Guard under your supervision. That's the only way Black Wall Street works. Black Wall Street can never work if we don't have a position in the political arena by us and for us. We have to remove the European and step ourselves in. But now the process of doing that is a step-by-step process that don't need to be displayed here on YouTube. But I'm telling you, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We got to understand how to put ourselves in a position of power as our ancestors once did. Our ancestors never threw away the political system because they knew it was theirs. They created it.
That's right.
So you saying we can't create our own? That's what the fuck you telling me.
It is our system. The European hijacked it. This system been here before the European. He hijacked it. They Eminem'd it. Do you think Eminem is a rap god?
What I think is all this money that Negroes and niggas is because it's a difference between the two. Now, what I'm going to say is I feel like motherfuckers should take that money and buy up some land.
Sis, that's fine too. But if you don't control
I think that we should what?
If you do not own or control the political area that governs that land, it don't mean nothing. They can tax you out, tax you to death. If you don't control the politics of the land that you buy, it's not really yours.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
It doesn't matter where you are. The only way you're going to find relief from this political system is just leave. Go to Africa, live in a hut. But if you ain't going nowhere.
Right. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on, Negro. let me tell you something. Everybody in goddamn Africa don't live in no motherfucking hut now. I
You ain't
done
got no
seen some
money.
parts of Africa
You have to
that's
get a hut.
abused.
No, Africa. Let me tell you the difference about Africa. Y'all might think that was a slight. That ain't no slight. You're gonna need some money
I
living in
did.
Africa
That's
now.
why I took it. That's why I took it.
You're gonna need some money living in Africa now. They didn't caught on. Go look in Ghana. All the people went to Ghana. How they swindle these people and they overcharge them for everything. They see you coming.
Yep.
I can do a story on that. Where if you go to Africa right now and they think you from America, you got some money, they're going to overcharge you and they're going to get all your money out you. And because you don't know the culture, you don't know the environment, you don't know the landscape, what happened is you think that this is the prices. And before you know it, you be on.
Nah, see, that's where you got shit twisted at. Because guess what? They ain't going to take nothing from me. I don't want to motherfucking get their ass. I'll go to the goddamn village and walk around that motherfucking asshole naked and eat off of trees. You got me fucked up.
Mo Black. All you gotta do is look in history.
Oh, you cussed too
what
much.
happened to the so-called African Americans that went to Liberia and the Civil War that happened, and those people got killed in Liberia. See, when you come over there, you don't have no political power.
And guess what?
First of all, I ain't never said I want to go to Africa.
No, but hold on.
First of all, I got enough struggles over here in the United States of America with my motherfucking black ass. And this bullshit that these crackers putting down over here. So you think I want to go to Africa where I...
Mo, you cussing too much, Mo. You cussing too much. Mo, you cussing too much, Mo. Mo, listen, before we get out of here, Mo.
I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize.
No, Mo. No, we love you, Mo. Listen what I'm saying. Only thing I'm saying is that we can't control one thing without controlling the whole thing. We have to control the economics. We have to control the land. We have to control the politics. We have to control the social, the religious, and everything. We can't control one thing without controlling the whole thing. The European...
First of all, we don't even need religion. That's how we got fucked up from the get-go, from the word go.
I want you to hear me out.
No religion.
I want you to hear me out.
I need it.
I need it too, but let me say this, Mo.
Oh my God.
Hey, Mo, listen to me, Mo. That doesn't mean that you have to subscribe to religion.
That's right.
But some people do need religion. Just because you don't, that don't mean we are going to compel you to be religious in the sense that I am. Do I compel you to be a Moorish American? Do I compel you to be? No, sis, we got to stop confusing our old experiences with our new experience.
What about spirituality? What about that? Does that work for you?
Too, whatever you choose. See, one thing about the Moors of antiquity, we never compelled anybody to believe like us. Never.
Oh, I never said that. No, you ain't never did that.
But nevertheless, because our people still need structure. Religion brings structure for people. And I'm not talking about the corrupt form of religion, but people need structure. And some of that religious structure is good for some people. It may not be good for you. It's good for me, but I wouldn't compel somebody to be me either. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, if we are going to do anything, our goal should be to control everything.
That's right.
Okay, let that be number one, and religion be something else on down the line, because
I say we should control everything. Whether you be religion or not, it doesn't mean nothing. We should control everything. Say everything. Look at your neighbor and say everything.
You stay on bullshit. You don't do nothing but keep shit going, grand shit. But I like you though. I like you niggas. I like y'all. Y'all.
Look at your neighbor and say,
y'all smart as a motherfucker, man. Real talk. But you know, that's why I fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can never learn too much. You learn something new every day. What? Grand shit, I cannot bay.
So look, fam, I'll be back tomorrow with my planned show. I got to get out of here. Akhenaten got to go live. He about to go on his show right now, right?
Yes, sir. And everybody, if you're not in Atlanta, of course, if you're in Atlanta, it's 89.3 FM. But if you're not in Atlanta, it's WRFG.org. Dial it up, family. You can catch me. I'm on from, if y'all can ride with me, from midnight to 3 a.m. I got some powerful stuff to share with you on the show. We're actually going through our spring fun drive. See, we have fun with this to raise funds.
It's up to you. Don't get in my phone.
We've been now going for 48 years as the people's station broadcasting. See, I'm the Moorish American Muslim media mogul of broadcasting. But right here, our Grand Sheikh Tahaga Bouquet Bay is the Moorish American Muslim media mogul of social media, y'all.
So I'm trying to let me see, I'm trying to find, okay, there it is.
So tonight, fam, I'm going to be talking about some stuff that some of you might have never heard of about our presence in Asia and how it was already written in the wall on Asia. You're going to know what Nagas people are, or your misunderstanding of what Sambo is. I got dynamic brother, Dr. Eugene Adams. It's something that I always shared years and years ago, but that's one of the things I'm going to be sharing. And also, they cut me off on Facebook. I was sharing some things that they didn't like about the COVID. You know, one of the things about DMX, you know, some of the family is reported saying that he got the vaccine several days before he had his quote unquote heart attack. So I don't know, you know, and a couple other things that we touch on that's related to that vaccine aspect. And then we just have fun with the music family. So I invite you again, it's WRFG. R as in radio, F as in free, and G as in Georgia. WRFG.org. If you're in Atlanta, you already know it's 89.3 FM. Thank you, Grand Chief. Keep up the great work. Thanks for everybody supporting. And Grand Chief, please let them know what TAFA is, how they can tap in, because I believe, looking at the chat, those are serious individuals who hold themselves accountable first, and then are ready to organize so we can hold other people accountable, select people that we want in office, and just please tell them about that, and peace and love to everyone.
Peace and love, Mo Black. Peace and love, our family. I think you told them we're coming back tomorrow with another dynamic show. Family, we're going to knock this out the box because this is ridiculous how they treat our people, and we should not stand for it, and we need to organize to address it. So with that being said, family, peace and love.